guys, welcome to my next YouTube tutorial. So today in this tutorial we are going to learn about a new topic, that is addition of two matrices. As you all know that addition means the adding the two matrices and getting the final output. So today we are going to write a C program for addition of two matrices. So let's start with opening a Turbo C++ application by clicking on Start Turbo C++. So here you can go to File for opening a new project and you can name it as 5.c. The extension of your file should be .c as you're writing a C program. So after pressing enter, you can see here that this blue screen will appear where you can start writing your code. So let's start with including the header files. So hash include stdio.h and hash include conio.h. So these are the two built-in header files which we are using in our program. So let's start with our main program, that is void main, and this is the point from where your actual execution starts. So now we are going to declare three matrices of data type int, that is first matrix m1 of size 3 for both rows and columns, and next matrix m2 of size 3 for both rows and columns, and the last matrix is your msum, which will give you the final result of your addition of two matrices. So here you can terminate this line. So these are the three matrices we are going to use in our program. Now with the same data type, I'm going to declare two variables, that is I and j, which will be used for loops. Now we are using clr.str, which is used to clear the output screen each and every time. Now I'm going to use printf function to print the data, as we have already decided that our matrix will be of 3 by 3. So we are going to write please enter the 9 numbers for first matrix. So this data will be given by the user. So I'm using save sequence /n so that the cursor moves to the next line, and here I'm closing this and terminating this line. Now as we all know, the data which the user will insert is in the form of array, so we need for loops for iteration. So I'm going to use I and j for loop, that is I is equal to 0, I is less than 3. As you must know that why we have taken 3 here is because the size of your row or column is 3, so the value of I should be less than 3, as your array starts from 0, so it will be 0 1 2, so it should be less than 3. Now I plus plus. Now again next for loop, that is j for loop, j is equal to 0, j is less than 3, and j plus plus. So as you all know that here again j is also less than 3, because for both rows and columns the value is 3. So now you can scan the values using scanf function. So here you can write %t, as you all know that these are the integer values. So I'm gonna read the value from the address, that is ampersand m1. I'm gonna replace the value of your rows and columns with I and j. So this is ampersand m1 I and j. So here you can close and terminate it. Now again we are going to use this printf function to print the data. So now I am entering please enter the 9 numbers for second matrix. So this is the second matrix which we need for our addition purpose. Now again I am using /n so that the cursor moves to the next line, and this information is also provided by the user. So again we are going to use for loops, as the data is in the form of arrays. So same I for loop, that is I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, I is less than 3, and I plus plus. Now j for loop, so for j is equal to 0 and j is less than, here j is less than 3 and j plus plus. So these are the two for loops, and again you can use scanf function to scan the values. Here again we are going to write percentage %d as it is the integer values, and now I'm going to use ampersand m2, and again I'm going to replace the values of your rows and columns with I and j. So now you're done with accessing the values of two matrices. So now again I'm going to use the for loops I is equal to 0, I is less than 3, and I plus plus. Now again j for loop, j is equal to 0, j is less than 3, and j plus plus. So these are the two for loops, and we have used these two for loops for the addition of two matrices. So we are using msum ij is equal to m1 ij plus m2 ij. So here your addition will take place, the addition of two matrices will take place. Now again we are going to print the same using printf function. Here, as you all know, we are going to print the same, that the sum of two matrices is, so this information will be provided by the computer by computing. So after printf, so this sum of two matrices will be given by the user. So again we need to use the for loop. So here first we are going to close it. So here we are going to close it, and here we are going to use the save sequence /n so that our output looks nice and clean. Now we are going to use the for loop for I is equal to 0 and I is less than 3 and I plus plus. Now we are going to open the braces for this. Now our next for loop, that is j for loop, so j is equal to 0, j is less than 3, and j plus plus. So this is the next for loop, so no need to print, no need to open the bracket for this. So directly we are going to use printf function for printing. So here we are going to print percentage %d. As you all know, the values are in the form of integers, and I'm going to print msum, the value of msum ij. So here it will print the addition of two numbers. So after this you can again use the printf function for printing the save sequences /n, and here you can come out of this for loop, and here comes the last line of your program, that is getch, which is used to get the formatted data onto the output screen, and here you can close your main program. So this was your program for addition of two matrices. Now you can go to file for opening, for saving your project for future purpose. Now you can go to compile for compilation of your program. So if there are any errors, it will show the errors. According to that you can solve it, and if you have any doubts, please ask in the comment section. So right now we don't have any errors, so it is saying success, press any key. So pressing enter, now you can go to run for running your project. So after clicking on run, this is the output screen will look like. So it's asking for entering the 9 numbers of first matrix. So I'll enter 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Now 7, 8 and 9. Now it is asking for next 9 numbers for your second matrix. Again I'll enter 1, 2 and 3. Now 4, 5 and 6, then 7, 8 and 9. So again after pressing enter, I'll get the sum of these two matrices. So the sum of these two matrices is 2, 4, 6 for the first row, and the second row is 8, 10 and 12, and then the next row is 14, 16 and 18. So to come out of this output screen, you can press enter. And to come out of this Turbo C++ application, you can use the shortcut key Alt Enter to come out of this, and you can close all your C programs. So this was all about your addition of two matrices. So thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel for further updates.